Now some universities, they may not ask you for the TestAS. If there is no difference in the TestAS for the students who do the student colleague over there or completing the 13th year of education over here. So it's same, the TestAS remains same for everybody, right? See, TestAS is basically for the students who want to do undergrad in Germany. That is, after your plus 12, you want to go and study in Germany and take graduation degree in any of the fields of your interest, right? So based on that, they have created this TestAS in such a way that they can test their cognitive skills, intellectual thinking, as well as the subject specific knowledge also.
Welcome, ma'am. How are you? How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling very excited to speak with you since we are going to discuss about something which is very crucial right now for the career of students, because Germany is the most favorable and attractive destination for students because of the public universities giving the free education, which is like tuition fees is free. And even in the private universities, even if the tuition fees is there, it's comparatively very less as compared to if you compare with UK, US or any other country. So and German education is obviously the best.
So coming on to the point, ma'am, what is TestAS basically?
See, TestAS is a standardized test which is actually there, and it has been created to measure the students that what is their intellectual level, what kind of critical thinking or cognitive skills they have, whether they have the college going skills and learning capabilities or not. Because if you look at Germany, people from across the globe, students from across the globe will go and study there. Now every country has got a different education system. Now there must be one standard value at which they can measure that intellectual capacity or cognitive thinking skills or visual analysis things, and the education pattern also is different. So they need a one common platform. So now from recent years they have made it compulsory to measure these skills for the students. So German universities, they are obviously when they are giving you good education, free education, plus the less, even in private universities, quality education, they would also like to get the quality students. And the quality, and they don't want to do injustice with the students, right? Because they are coming from different countries. So we need a standardized test. So that's why they have made it compulsory now.
So basically, who just wants to take this test?
If they study over here, what is the benefit after 12th? Once they prepare for like TestAS, like suppose if somebody has finished his 12th right now and now he takes his education, this thing, TestAS in November or October, which are the 2 dates which are left. Now, and along with that, he has to do his German language also till B2 also. So he can do this first semester, second semester here in India, complete his German language till B2 level over here itself, take the exam, German language certification from Goethe Institute. Along with that, prepare for TestAS very nicely, because it is one of the main criteria to set you apart from the other students, right? So it will definitely help you to get the admissions into the public universities, because if your TestAS score is good, obviously you will get a better chance.
So basically, what TestAS checks?
TestAS checks your intellectual capabilities, I can say, cognitive skills, analytical thinking skills, your vocabulary, everything which is necessary for a student to study in Germany. Along with that, your subject specific, like whichever subject you want to study, whether you want to study cultural science or humanities, engineering, mechatronics, or for that matter computer science, medicine, everything, whatever. So what you want to study, you should have the knowledge of that also, right? So the same, whichever field you want to do the graduation, the same related to that same thing, you have to do like that particular first year of college over here in India. But make sure that college which you choose should be coming under H plus category.
Why it is mandatory to give the TestAS?
Because it's important. Now they have made it. See, post COVID, they have made it very like they became very strict about it, about the admissions. Before COVID, it was not important, right? They were taking admissions based on GRE or the IELTS or TOEFL only. But then they realized that a lot of fake things were happening, and they found a lot of discrepancies in the admissions and the certificates and all. From I think November 22, 22nd November 2022 only, they made it compulsory that APS certification is also compulsory, plus the TestAS is also compulsory. Before that it was not compulsory.
Okay, so it is mandatory to...
Now it is mandatory. Now again, it depends upon, it will help you to get admission into the German universities. But there are a lot of universities in Germany. Now some universities, they may not ask you for the TestAS. So if they, which are very few. However, in spite of it, if you have chosen a university which is not asking for TestAS course, now if he has if you send the application, your chances to get admission into, your choices are like your horizon widens. You have many universities to choose from, whereas very handful of universities are there which are saying, okay fine, without TestAS also we will take. But then you are limited to, your choices will be limited to those universities only.
Ma'am, I have seen a lot of people, those who have very good marks in TestAS, but they are also being rejected from the universities.
Because maybe they are rejected due to the reasons that they need your marks to be good in terms of your education, CGPA also. Till 12th your scores should be good. Like if you need in public universities, they need 85 plus and all. In your 12th also, 10th and 12th. So if there you are lacking behind, or your profile is not good. See, nobody needs the bookworms nowadays. They need a person who is holistically a human being. That means if you have a strong application with lot of extracurricular activities, or some, if you are practical thinking, you are associated with some NGOs and maybe going and working in slums, but make sure that whatever these extracurricular activities or these social service activities you are doing, associating with some NGOs, you get certificate from them. Or if you are interested in computers or some gaming related subject, so have you done some internship during that time or not? Because there is definitely a gap between going to Germany and applying for this. So in this gap, since you have that affinity towards that, what exactly you have done to fulfill your desire to do that? Have you put in some extra efforts or not? So their application may not be that very well. And letter of motivation. SOPs and letter of motivation. So maybe their letter of motivation is not very strongly, they are not able to express. So see, you should not ask someone to write that letter of motivation as a ghost writing. But you should write, but definitely take help from an expert who can guide you to write it in a better way, to express your ideas in a better way, proofread it.
Who is the best expert in your views right now?
I have done lot of things. If you're asking me, obviously I will tell myself, because I have not found anything, because I'm there in the industry from past 27 years. Yes, and I have been teaching students for not just TestAS but SAT, GRE, GMAT, IELTS, TOEFL, and my forte is English. So I have got the training for, plus I have written a lot of SOPs, letter of motivations and LORs for different universities. So now, like, obviously if you'll ask me, I'll ask you will say, come, take my help. I would love to help students, because I consider all my students as my children. See, TestAS is of two types. We have paper-based test and the digital test. Digital test is for 3 hours and paper-based test is for 5 hours long, right? So now you have to decide about your concentration power, your sitting capacity, how long you can focus, because every child is different. Some children can focus for 5 to 6 hours also. They can sit at a stretch for 8 to 10 hours and they can study, because there are this kind of students also. There are students who cannot focus for more than an hour, right? There are students who can focus for 2 hours. So plus their mental calculation abilities, mentally to how fast you can calculate, all these things matters a lot. So we have to, it's like developing the mental stage. It's not just about the knowledge, but you have to train your mind and body to concentrate for that amount of the time, like to how long the test is, right? That endurance should be there in your body and mind too, and that is something which you can develop. It's not like that cannot be acquired. So if you know that I have a paper-based test, make sure that you create the same, replicate the same test taking centers, environment, skills at your home or with your tutor. I do it with my students, that I replicate the thing. Okay, fine, this is how the test will be there, this much time will be given. The same time I make them make sure that they give them the same amount of the break, and ask them to do the same thing which they should do it on the test day, and then again give them the core test subject specific module, and then evaluate, and maybe after next days we will evaluate the paper with them, we'll discuss the paper. Same day after 5 hours they will not be able to focus, and no other batch will come.
Yeah, exactly.
So that way you should know that what your student is having. So that is something which I can decide after talking to student. I take 2 to 3 counseling sessions with them, I sit with them, and then I realize and I make them realize what is best for them. See, TestAS score, if you say that it's a standardized test. If you talk about any standardized test, the results will always come in a bell curve pattern. So a very few number of students will be there, will be getting particular marks. Another set of students will always get a particular set of marks. Some average will be there always, and then so bell curve pattern, if I say for the paper base, it is 70 is minimum and 130 is maximum for core test, and same thing is for the subject specific also. So if somebody says that I got 80 out of 130, so it's not good, yeah. 70 or 75 or 80 if you are getting, that means by mistake also, if somebody you will guess also, some questions will come correct, right? So that means you have not done good preparation. See, test center, you should carry little bit of snacks, water bottle and juice, because your brain needs glucose to function. This is you have to utilize in your break. Secondly, go with someone whom you are comfortable with, right? Don't go with the person with whom you are not comfortable, maybe your brother or your sister or your father, mother, with whomever you are emotionally more connected and feel comfortable with, you should go with that. Otherwise, if you're going with someone whom you are not comfortable with, then your already test taking anxiety will be there. So that anxiety it increases. To avoid that, this is something I am telling you from my experience, which I have observed from the students. And you have to, paper pencil based, you can carry blue and black pen. No scratch papers. Scratch papers will be given over there by them, and they will collect those scratch papers again. They will not allow you to take out any paper from there. No, whatever the rough work you have done, you have to submit that paper also over there. So that's it. And documents, you have to take your passport copy, whatever the original passport copy, no DigiLocker, nothing. The printout of the email which you have got it from the test center for the confirmation, and your ID proof, the original. Registration fees depends. See, for India it is 200 USD is there, and whatever it keeps changing, right? So whatever is the market value, but it is written 200 USDs, whereas there are certain countries where 145 is also there. For the APS certification, if you are going for Germany, they will tell that APS certification ke andar they will ask your TestAS certification plus your IELTS and 10th or 12th. If you have done your graduation like first year, then the first semester, second semester marks card also is important if you are going for undergrad. If you are saying that TestAS I am not giving to the APS, then you have to tell why you are not giving. Then you have to tell that your university is not asking for it. That letter will be given by the university that you have to submit. Practice. At least each question types you should know. I make them practice 1,000 plus questions for each types, 1,000 plus questions for inferring relations, 1,000 questions related to the quantitative analysis, Latin squares also, even your completing patterns. Because if you repeatedly keep doing the same thing, then it becomes your second nature. So you don't have to do any new stunt on the exam day. And there are strategies, there are tips, right, which an expert only can tell you how. So if you keep discussing with your friends only, all of you are sailing in the same boat, right? Your friend is also taking 3 minutes to solve that question, you are also taking, but someone is there who is able to solve and give you the tip how to solve that particular question in 30 seconds. See, don't depend upon the what is given only on the website. The material given on the website is very less, and as I told you, they will earn money by your taking test multiple times. Seek the professional advice or the experts advice and training, maybe for for your own benefit, so that you feel confident while taking the test and you don't waste your time and money. Time is important, because to prepare for Germany, there are multiple things which you have to prepare for. You have to prepare for your German language up to B2 level, you have to study there also. If you are planning to do first year from here, you have to research for the H1 plus college, right? And then you have to get 85 plus marks over there in the college also, and plus this TestAS. So everything is coming so much on you, and then if you lose out because many students are there, no, there's the score is not good, then what is the point, right? So when you're doing it, do it and give your best shot. Don't waste your parents' money. It's like 18,000 or 20,000 is also not less amount. I'm feeling very excited to speak with you, since we are going to discuss about something which is very crucial right now for the career of students, because Germany is the most favorable and attractive destination for students because of the public universities giving the free education, which is like tuition fees is free. And even in the private universities, even if the tuition fees is there, it's comparatively very less as compared to if you compare with UK, US or any other country. So and German education is obviously the best.